Hello, my name is Johnny Chaffin. I'm from Collins Manufacturing and from Jeffco Salon Equipment. Today we're going to talk about the correct way to install a vacuum breaker on your Collins or Jeffco sink. The vacuum breaker is this device here. One of the issues we run into with the vacuum breaker is the arrows here denote which way the plumbing is to be attached to it. Sometimes people get that backwards and mixed up. So what we'll do is you have your faucet. This is the hot and cold water coming in. This is the discharge from the faucet. This is your mixed water. It comes from the connecting line, the connecting hose over to the vacuum breaker, and note that this arrow is pointed up. That's the water coming into the vacuum breaker. Then the arrow pointing down is the one that goes to your spray hose. So all this is below your bowl, but we left it off the bowl so you get an idea of how it works. Another thing I'll point out really quick while we're here, we sometimes have people who break this part of their vacuum breaker. There's no reason to ever remove this part. This part is just for maintenance only. It's something that you would need to replace maybe once every 10 years, and that's if you develop a problem with your vacuum breaker. Now we're going to look at our bowl for a second. Here we have the porcelain tilting bowl. We have intentionally plumbed our vacuum breaker backwards to show what happens. So if you'll notice when I turn the water on, see the water coming out, the squirt of water that comes out of the vacuum breaker. That shows us that the vacuum breaker is installed backwards. By switching the two hoses that we discussed over here on our little setup that we had, that will take care of that problem. One other thing I like to point out while we're at the bowl is you notice that our spray hose has the little donut on it. The purpose of the donut is to leave the hose hanging into your bowl. If you notice, it drips when you turn it off because the hose is still full of water. So the reason we have this is this way it won't. If you have the donut off and this sitting in the receiver, the water runs down the hose and onto your cabinetry, causing damage to your cabinetry. This way it drips into the sink where it's safely carried away. Again, my name is Johnny Chaffin, and thank you very much.